Hi everyone, this is Stephanie at Hightower Stitching. Today I'm bringing you a video to show you the completed quilt that started with the churn dash combination with the log cabin. Here's a view of part of the log cabin quilt that was revised, and it's only a throw, which is nice, but had the 16-inch blocks, which was a lot of work. And it led to the next project that I'm going to show you later. But this is the one that had the churn dash in the center. And I changed it out for those pretty yellow flowers to save myself a little bit of time and to make it look a little bit different. And what I wanted to show you was an easy way to finish up this quilt. Because the first time when I got into the log cabins, I went back to my traditional thinking of going around and around on the different rounds and doing those. And on the sewing machine, it was a sew, turn, sew, turn, sew, turn. And I said, well, the next one is for a gift. And I want it to look as good as the first one, but I don't want to put as much effort into it as I did the other one. So I'm going to show you the back on this one. And as if you look at this one, you don't notice the boxiness of the log cabin on the front, but look how neat these lines are. And as you could tell, I started at one end and I would travel to the other side of the quilt, just over and over. And there was a place where I had to do a little differently, and I'll show you that, but it was going from one side to the other. And then when I got finished, the blocks that had the flowers in them, this was the back of that. And I said, well, I want to make that quilty so it'll stay together. And so I just went into the black blocks there, used my black thread, and just made a pretty little flower in each of them. And there were only 9 of those blocks. So let's go back to the front and I'll show you one little difference. When I started a block, for example, let's say I was going to start here, I would take, and I only went one direction. So I started here and I would travel along the top edge of the strip, and I could get all the way down to the other end. And then I would usually what I would do would be to end it, then go back up and start at the top again. Because of the way my needle, where my needle was hitting, I found that I could always get it right on that same line, then turning and just coming back. But you could do it that way too. Then what happened is I could get from the beginning of the block, I could get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows going across in the same direction. All right, but then I'd hit the part that had the black box in the center of it. And so there's the one place that I didn't travel all the way across. But depending on the color of the thread and whatever you put in this particular box, you could still start at one end and go all the way down to the end. And it was kind of fun because it really moved fast. And you can see how pretty it is on the outside of the quilt. That's what was funny. I thought it wasn't going to look as good as the other way, going around and around, and doing, getting that box look. But I like this, and I just wanted to share that with you, that there's a lot of work in doing these 16-inch blocks, and I'm glad there were only 9 to make this throw quilt. I will tell you that. Now, why I started another one, this one, was just because it was fun, and I got to visit all my material. Well, that led me to the next project that I'm going to show you next week. This is Stephanie at Hightower Stitching. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped you. I hope you'll try this project because it's really neat.